So I have a weird theory, and I was thinking about this while I was taking a bath, which is funny, right? That's where all my best thoughts come in. But so there's this game called Black Desert Online, and basically what the game is about is like you're a person that has this dark demon creature thing that's attached to you that only you can see and hear. And it tells you what to do in this game, and you're supposed to get its power back, okay? Like that's the whole goal of the game, is to make this creature grow and get super powerful, and you'll get powerful. He's like offering you in exchange for getting his energy back or his power back by giving you power, okay? So hear me out. The thoughts that kind of came to my mind just thinking about this particular game is the fact, like, I don't know, I feel like there's some similarities here on Earth to this game in some ways, because we are all facing like some type of like darker part of ourselves, darker thoughts, things that are kind of out of our control, or that we hate ourselves for, or we think badly of ourselves for, even though like thoughts are just supposed to run through you like water. But some of us, we hold on to these thoughts and think that's our character, all right? But I'm going to put this into kind of a perspective of what like I was thinking about. What I'm understanding is like we understand that outside energy can be projected onto us, right? And we put on masks to shrink ourselves to fit in a society where we are not accepted for being our own individual, okay? Like there's a lot of judgment for being yourself, doing things your own way, thinking differently, this, that, or the other. Everyone has a fucking opinion about you, who you are as a person, what you should think, shouldn't think about, this and that and the other, okay? Got that part finished. Now let's move forward into the aspect of the demon, okay? In terms of their 3D selves. We take on everything that people project onto us, unless we learn to protect ourselves or understand that we are protected, because we say we are protected, right? We understand what the law of attraction is, the 12 laws, right? We understand the power resides within us on how we process or handle the life that we have. And we have to take responsibility for everything, because only we can control ourselves. We are the only pawn or piece in this quote-unquote game, all right? I roll my eyes because, listen, I'm on to something, but listen, okay? Because there is a lot to this world we do not understand, but we are coming to the realization, peeking under our veil, something ain't adding up in our everyday life, which is why we are on a spiritual journey of self-discovery and understanding, because we do this every so many thousands of years, okay? I think the last time I looked, it was like 13,000 years before the next evolution was supposed to happen, and we are actually on the crisp of it, okay? Moving forward. The projections we take, the monster gets bigger and bigger and bigger through the projections of the people outside of us. Now, I am not against somebody extending onto this theory and adding more, but I'm telling you what I see in my own vision and my own thoughts and the way that I kind of process this. We were supposed to go through that, what is in that video game of Black Desert Online. Okay, we were supposed to go through that phase. I believe that we had a life where we went through and actually evolved that darkness within us. Instead of the light, we were all about the dark. And I believe that was the quote-unquote dark ages. I don't know, kind of a weird theory, right? Just hear me out though. History likes to repeat itself, and according to a lot of, astrologers, scientists, we are at the same location when the Bible took place. Allegedly, okay, allegedly. It was a sick ostrich. I don't know, that's a Letterkenny reference. I thought it would be funny. Anyways, moving forward. I was gonna say it would take at least 3 people. Anyway, moving forward. But Black Desert Online, okay, I feel like there is a spiritual connection to that game for me. I used to play that game religiously, and I had to break away because my life was consumed by that game. I was trying to build that demon when I should have been focusing here in my 3D, in my present life, on building my spirituality, which, they say that this is the world of distractions. 433, as I was saying that, that's crazy. Anyway, we need to be building our light. We need to be feeding the light side of us. We already did the dark side. We already extinguished the darkness. Now we're learning to rebuild our light. We had to face that demon. We already learned that demon. We already learned the darkness within us. Now it's time to shine bright and put a flashlight on it. I think that's a good term. Put the fucking flashlight on that thing, that creature. Put it on that creature that everyone projected you to be, and face that person. You can admit your faults. What are they gonna do? What are people gonna do by admitting your faults and your flaws? We are flawed. All of us are flawed. There is not one person on this planet that does not have flaws, or does not have a darker side, or has not done something bad, or has not, sinned in one way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter. And my understanding is all sin is equal. It says it in the Bible. If all sin is equal, that means we are not necessarily sinless, but we are free of sin. As long as our heart is with pure intention, and our intentions are all pure, we will not face we go through our trials and tribulations. Everyone does. But I mean, we will not continue on the path of trials and tribulations onto the next life, which is where the evolution comes in. Some people will be stuck here. Some people will not be able to go with us. And we all understand that concept. There is a reason, because people are too busy still feeding the demon instead of understanding why the demon's here, or why we're facing these demons, or why we think the way that we do, or this or that or the other. Anyways, it's a crazy theory, but literally, like, we should be focusing on our ultimate goals, not what other people are doing around us and outside of us, because we do not puppeteer them. We cannot control them, and if we try, we get karma. I just want to let you know that. I don't know who needed to hear that. You cannot control somebody at all. You can only control your thoughts. So be in control of these and how you act with it. That is the goal. The whole goal. To be in control of you, and to be present in your life, and to build for your life. Not just for the better, but in general. As you can see, my roots are starting to show. I have actually light baby blonde hair, like, underneath my... That's why, like, I have to dye it consistently. So this is all new growth, and I hide my blonde, alright? I like my black hair. Anyway, that's way off subject, but basically, you just need to be here in your life. You need to be fueling your soul for the light. You can understand your darkness, which is beautiful because you needed it to grow. Your darkness is a huge, beautiful piece of your life. It is the key foundation to building a strong person who can face the backlash and the whiplash of humans and civilization that is indoctrinated by politicians who do not want to see the evolution happen because they do not know how to evolve themselves. Not everyone is on that same boat. Remember that. Not all celebrities, not all politicians are on the same boat. How you know is based on how they present themselves and the way that they talk to their public. Now, okay, there are some people that are snakes and shapeshifters, so we gotta be mindful. But, right, all humans fall short of the glory of God, which means we are not the judge. Unfortunately, we do not get to pick and choose who gets damned and who does. Yeah, who does not get damned and who does. The reason being, okay, is because what we see on the outside is surface level. We do not know what's going on in here. We can only project our idea because of what we see and what we think is truly going on. But sometimes there is something under layers. We are onions, people. We are onions. We are multifaceted. We are not one singular thing. We have multiple different things that go on in and out of our brains on a daily basis. We have feelings and things that we are processing as human beings. I said what I said. And feel free to add on. Feel free to add your 2 cents because I like that shit. All right, I'll read it. Even if I disagree, I'm cool. I'm Gucci here. Okay. Anyways, I said what I had to say. Have a good night, guys. Happy 8/8 portal and now 9/8/9. We're moving up, baby.